initializing, so give it just a minute. It's up. Under the drive, but it should be up on there now. I've got a couple of different people that have subscribed recently. Yep, I see it. I don't think I really have bad videos. Might be shaky at times, but... yeah, on the dashboard. It's a windshield mount. Yeah. Gross at 68,000. It's a light dump truck. It's a full-size dump truck, but it ain't as heavy as what I've been pulling. No, it's just a regular old dump truck. That made me get rid of my my step deck, so I'm only a 48-foot RGE, and I asked for a 53, but I got a stubby trailer. Trust me, it's about to get a lot worse because I'll be in Dallas for a while. Oh yeah. I wish I'd have had it. I wish I'd have had it going when I was leaving out of Alabama the first time, headed up to Philadelphia. I had this fucking idiot just on the outskirts of Alabama that cut me off. So I hit the air horn. He got over and then he shot back up in front of me. Got literally a foot off my front bumper and started hitting the fucking brakes. And I'm on an uphill grade loaded down with 100,000 pounds worth of transformers. I mean, I'm right up on his ass laying on that fucking air horn. He's right there, and I can't slow down fast enough. And he had a company name wrote all over that truck. I wish I'd have had that camera rolling. Wow. I'm sorry.
I think the second delay on my
Mahogany. I'm sorry. with this truck on a downhill. We're getting on the interstate at times. You sit there and go through all 18 of them gears. Next thing you know, you look down and that speedometer's pegged out. And you're like, oops. GPS screaming at you, speed warning, speed warning, speed warning. Uh-oh. I like Texas though. I can run in Texas. We get the other side of Dallas and down a little closer to El Paso, we'll hit the 80-mile-an-hour range, and I love it. No, it's all me. It's been me since I left El Paso the last time. Yep. I've been from El Paso to Philadelphia. Went through Philly 5 times in 2 days. All through Amish country. On up and loaded this dump truck in New Jersey. Love to drive too. The wife loved Amish country. She's with me until the end of the month. She's doing great. Loving the ride. The kids are out vacationing with Grandma and Grandpa, and she's out vacationing with me.
There is no purple on that one.
Yeah. That's a hello.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, she loves it. She got to ride in a 2016 yesterday. She likes it a hell of a lot better, but I hate the transmission in it. It's meant to. All of our new ones still have the 18 speed in it, but those transmissions are so tight, you have to be dead on your damn RPM. And they run at a lot lower RPMs than my truck does. I mean, you have to be dead on it or you'll miss it, and as soon as you miss it, you're stopping to start all over. It's a bitch. I like my transmission with over 1.5 million on it. I love it. I'm happy with it. I don't hardly ever use my clutch to begin with. Starting and stopping. Like some of these hills where I stop and then I have to start at the bottom of the hill, headed up, I'll use the clutch on them. Or if I'm in a damn, yeah. don't. Yeah. That's where I've gotten to using the clutch on the hills. The bad hills, anyway. But I mean, hell, even coming through Virginia and Tennessee and West Virginia and all that, all up and through the mountains, I barely use the clutch. Of course, I didn't get down far enough to need it, you know. I think the slowest I got on any of them mountains was like 50 mile an hour. Whether that be with the transformers or with this big ass damn dump truck. run across it?
And you're going to, Helen. I'll look it up.
Tell them we're I-20 headed in.
He's down there between San Antonio and Laredo. He's way down there. We ain't running to him. Not this time of week. Billy is down below Waco.
Yeah, we ain't running. Probably jump over on the 10 in Dallas. Would that put us anywhere near?
Yeah. Wait, maybe. We would have to go south, though. That's kind of out of the way. And he's still down there in
Either way, 10 loops around and comes back up.
Cotulla.
Huh?
He's still down there in Cotulla. No, I think he's still got like 200 miles to go.
We got 6.5.
I'm bad at, mileage. So if I say 200 miles, hell, it could be 100. I said 200 to be on the safe side. And, it could be undermining it because it could be like 300.
Well, I say 6.5. I got 6.5.
Yeah, but you get a GPS, that doesn't count.
Well, even without the GPS, I know I got a long fucking ways to go. Hell, even when we get on 10, we still got to go all the way up to exit 1.
Damn.
It's either 1 or 0.
They have an exit 0.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
I actually think it is 0 because it's right there at the Texas-New Mexico line.
I guess I could follow him. I don't really feel like it, but
Well, look at the map. See if Ken loops down there after it goes through Dallas.
you'd have to get on 35 East and take it down to 10 to San Antonio and go back up.
Fuck all that. I ain't going to San Antonio.
Right.
Come on, hammer down and get on.
I don't think he knows what the speed limit is.
It's right there. You can't miss it.
It could be blind.
There you go. I think this is just going to keep us on 20 all the way across.
Yeah, up until around Odessa was good. I mean, I think it's before Odessa, but around that area. When I say Odessa, I think of that freaking show, Heroes.
Road again. I can't wait to get on the road again. 11 years and riding with my friends. Got my feet on down the road again.
This coffee is so good. I didn't realize they had chocolate stuff to put in it, but I had already got the chocolate coffee.
Clean that up.
Oh my gosh, she gave us my pants. I don't know. one little thing you would connect it and start it that way. I know, but first get out of your mirror.
You got a habit of doing that. Oh, Swift, come on now. You know good and well you ain't able to hit that hammer lane.
I'm a woman, I'm always in the way. Get used to it. Yeah, for the rest of your life.
Coffee cup.
I see, right?
Talk about a 65-mile-an-hour drag race. You know, that shoulder looks good level right there. Alright, now, if we're going to drag race, somebody need to catch up some speed. 65 just ain't doing it.
Speed limit 75. It's a long word. What?
You busted my balls here, Charlie. It's gotta be dirty. There gotta be something wrong with one of them ends. No, we ain't even doing 65. Swift, get your ass back in the damn slow lane.
He shouldn't have passed it. If he can't do a speed limit, he shouldn't have passed it. He should have stayed his ass right behind it.
Thank you, sir.
And there you go, he would be. He would go around.
That's alright, they'll be pissed off enough to roll on. Come on. Come on. I got my nose in the wind. I want to get it did. Come on now. Look at that. Look at that. Passing you on an uphill.
Fully loaded. Oh, hush. Nope, that got louder. I'm working on it. Would it hurt it if I, like, licked it?
Maybe. I don't know. Try it. Make sure you dry it off completely.
I was gonna.
That, my friend, is how you drag race.
On an uphill.
Yeah, on an uphill.
Go with the speed limit. Alright. Fuck it.
Good, always plan B.
Oh my god, that was hot coffee.
Nah, I feel it cooled off for now.
The hell it is, look, my legs are getting burnt from it.
I just hooked this truck up to my radio and I was just wondering if it's working. Radio check.
Hey, Radio that radio sound great over here.
I've always thought they should give truck drivers a national holiday, and back in '05 I figured out the perfect date to get it started, and that date was on November 24th of 2005. They could have called it National Truck Tire Day. It could have been the day your 18 wheels didn't have to turn. Now the reason I wanted to call it National Truck Tire Day is because November 24th of '05 landed on 11.45. Drivers would also have a 2-day grace period to get ready for their holiday. 2 days before the holiday, all drivers could start heading for the house, keeping a low profile on 11.22.5. Years ago, truck stops give you a free steak dinner on your birthday. All you had to do was show them your chauffeur's license. Well, it was about 2 o'clock in the morning, and I just got fuel there in Las Cruces, and I was pulling off the fuel line there at the Pilot. I looked across the street and seen the TA over there, and I remembered it was my birthday, so I pulled in over there to TA, went in there and got me one of them free steak dinners. About 4 o'clock that afternoon, I woke up from a nap up there in Amarillo. And I left Amarillo, and I got out there to the 82, and I was feeling kind of hungry again, and I seen that TA sign. So I went in there, and I showed them my chauffeur's license again, and they ate me another free steak dinner. About 9 o'clock that night, I pulled into Oklahoma City there at the 142 there at Council Road there at the TA, and I guess you all know the rest of this story. Years ago, me and another driver just loaded up there at Letterkenny Army Depot up there by Chambersburg, PA. We got back on 81 North and was heading up there to Carlisle going to the Petro. We got up the road about 5 or 6 miles, and there was one of them old orange cabos from Snyder. He'd laid his truck over. We jumped out of the truck, went running up there to see if he was all right, and he come walking out the windshield. Anyway, he had the road blocked and couldn't go nowhere, so we was standing around. The cops started, showed up, and Snyder had been on the phone talking to the office, told them what's going on. We was waiting for the records to get there, and there was about 5 or 6 drivers standing around. I hollered to Snyder. I said, "Snyder, what kind of phone you got?" He said he had an Nextel. And I said, "You can get singular wireless." And he goes, "Why is that?" And I said, "Because they got them rollover minutes." I said, "That way if you roll your truck, you don't lose the signal." Well, all them drivers, them cops, everybody thought it was funny, but old Snyder didn't. The best thing that ever happened to trucking was loose leaf logs and cell phones. Now they just put everybody's cell phone number as a tag number. That way you can call them four-wheelers on the phone and be real nice to them and tell them to get the hell out of the way. I hollered this driver the other day. I said, "That's a nice looking flat top." He goes, "I appreciate it." I said, "I was talking about your haircut, driver." I said, "But your truck looks good too." This driver told me the other day, he said, "Man, Ray, your hair is getting gray." And I said, "That ain't gray, driver, that's chrome. Truck driver's hair don't turn gray, it turns chrome." And y'all know why dispatchers eat Viagra in the morning before they go to work? Because it makes them taller through the day. If y'all want to wake your dispatch up in the morning when you call in, when he answers the phone, go, "I just turned my truck over." And he'll go, "What?" And then just say it again, just go, "I just turned my truck over." And then let him get shook up for a second. And say, "Yeah, I just turned my truck over," and it fired right up.
Have you done that to them yet?
And I still have my CDL, but they revoked my logbook.
I did it to Keith.
You did it, Keith? What do you say?
He said, "What?" "Yeah, I just turned my truck over." "Are you kidding me?" "Yeah, I just turned my truck over and fired
I was
right
sitting
up."
at the Petro over there in West Memphis. And
Fuck
I was
yeah.
sitting on that front row right there on the corner where you can get out and go into the restaurant. And I got on the radio and I said, "Drivers, I just got unloaded over here at one of these warehouses over here in West Memphis. And I had a whole load of Levi jeans." I said, "That forklift driver screwed up and he ran his forks through the bottom of one of the pallets and they just went ahead and rejected that whole pallet." I said, "He only ruined about 6 or 7 pairs of jeans, but I got a whole pallet full of Levi jeans. I'm going to let him go for $5 a pair." Well, about that time, that CB come alive. There were drivers from the Flying J, the Pilot, and everywhere. They just wanted to know where I was at. And finally, this driver said, "What size have you got, driver?" I said, "That's the only thing, driver. Only got one size. 5430s." Believe it or not, way back here in the background, some driver said, "I just crossed the bridge. I'm fixing to turn around over here on Danny Thomas Boulevard and come back." This lot lady went to the doctor the other day. Doctor told her she had hags. She said, "What the hell's hags?" Doctor said, "There's herpes, AIDS, gonorrhea, and syphilis." She said, "Damn, doctor." Said, "What are you going to do?" He said, "Well, I'm going to put you on this pancake and egg diet." And she goes, "What good is that going to do?" And that doctor said, "Well, I don't know." He said, "That's the only thing that's going to fit underneath that door." 10-4. This driver done a truck stop the other day trying to sell DVDs. I told him, "Damn, I wouldn't pay for nothing that's got VD in it." And y'all know why some drivers carry dogs in their trucks? Because sheep would make it just a little bit too obvious. Whoa, watch out, drivers. You got a big chunk of steel up here in the middle of the road. Oh, nah, wait a minute. Hell, ain't nothing but a Swift truck. And I guess you all know what that yellow line along that median is. That's a guideline for these yellow motors. If you ain't got a yellow motor, you need to get your ass in that right lane, stay there. And a lot of these drivers put their CB handles up on the back of their sleepers. Well, you ever notice all them black and chrome drivers all have the same CB handle?
Destination.
And I'm coming out with a new filter switch for the CB radio. It's called a can filter. That way, if you don't want to listen to any Mexicans, you can flip that switch and it'll filter them out. I'm also coming out with these new fuel island parking kits for all you lazy truck drivers that can't move your trucks off the fuel island. What it is, it comes with 2 orange cones. One of them's a 3-foot orange cone that wires to your DOT bumper and it rides about 3 inches off the ground. That way you never have to move that orange cone. And then there's another one that rides in your side box. It's about a foot tall.
Oh, damn it.
And you take this one out and you put it in front of your truck when you get in fuel. And then after you're done getting fuel, it comes in 2 Walmart t-shirt bags. Them bags you get, you know, when you check out at Walmart. And what you do is you stick them fuel nozzles in them t-shirt bags and then you hang them up within your set. And if y'all notice that lazy drivers that can't pull them trucks off the fuel island, that's them ones that's always going to get out and slide their tandems. You don't slide your tandems. The first thing to do is you pull down that trailer hand valve and you lock your tandems up. You slide your trailer. And for all you drivers that think you slide your tandems, I got some brand new laptop computers for sale. And they're real easy to operate. If you want to delete anything, you just turn them upside down and shake them. And the brand name on them is Etch-a-Sketch. And those are also them drivers that wear them fingerless gloves as they're driving. You know, they sell them in all the truck stops now. And the reason why all them drivers wear them fingerless gloves is they like driving down the road all day long looking at their date in shorts. Driver weighed about 500 pounds, where he said he was 200 pounds over on his steer, and he said he didn't know what he was going to do, and I told him to slide that seat back about 5 notches, and he did, and took the 200 pounds off his steering and put it back there on his drive. Well, I was over there at Indy, parked at the Mr. Fuel over there at Extra 4, backed in straight off the fuel island, and this driver to the right of me, he opened his door, and it just happened to be that same truck driver. Now, when he opened his door, I noticed he had a 4-inch portable winch bolted to the floor right there beside his driver's seat. And he was using a 4-inch yellow strap for a seat belt. He backs down out of the truck, and I get looking at him, and he's got 2 2-inch ratchet straps with the ratchets that he's wearing for suspenders. And this guy's got a 21-inch bungee cord going around his right side all the way to the back, connected to his wallet. This guy had also made him a vest out of a smoke tarp. And he had O-rings all the way up and all the way around the neck. Whoops, sorry, bumped the mic. I'm going to go ahead and leave that. And he walks over and gets in his side box, and he opens a can of Gojo and gets some in his hand, rubs it together, and then he's rubbing it all over his neck. His favorite cologne is Gojo. He closes his side box and he looks over there at me at the truck next to him, and he's looking to see if anybody's seen him. And he seen me sitting in the truck. He walks over to the door, and I open the door, and he says, "Ray, how you been?" And I said, "Real good, how you?" And he said, "Been doing real good." He said he had his driver's seat redone. He said he added new rails and it added 8 more holes he could slide his seat. Now this guy was one big, dedicated flatbed. I got up to 300 pounds here a while back. I was so fat when I get my shoes shined, I just had to take that guy's word for it. I used to tell everybody I was on that Atkins diet, but I was just acting like it. They got pictures of me on the internet. I don't hang out on that internet. I tried that Facebook thing for about 2 months. It turned into 2 Facebook. There's a lot of people out there that don't like truck drivers. This little song I wrote years ago about brokers. Well, if it's trucking they want, now you can do it. And if your load's running late, ain't nothing to it. Just put that truck in the breeze while you're speaking chickenese, 'cause that left lane was made for you. And if you went and picked up a load of chicken, if you forgot to call in, your broker's bitching. But you can set his mind at ease, once again speak chickenese, and to do his paperwork will not be mentioned. So when you get his undivided attention, and to keep this man from messing with your pension, when it comes to pay, he better hope there's no delay, because he just won't look good wearing your suspension. And the name of that tune is Broker Tension. Blink, blink, flash, flash, and all that other trucker trash. A lot of these big companies have gone to a color code system for their drivers. They got a little chart that shows them that the pink stuff's antifreeze, the green stuff is Freon, the blue stuff's your windshield washer fluid, the caramel stuff's oil, and that yellow stuff's urine that needs to be thrown in the trash, drivers. And y'all need to stop speeding in the truck stops. Somebody's going to get run over, and then they're going to end up putting speed bumps in all the truck stops. And all you drivers that like flipping your high beams on to let another driver, he can go ahead and come over. I got a little secret for you. Drivers don't like that bright light flash in that mirror. And if that's the best you can do, it's just better not do anything at all.
That's right.
And when another driver asks if the scales are open, don't come back and say, "Well, what are you worried about it for, driver?" You don't know why he's asking if the scales are open. Hell, he might be over on his Iris, but he might be 40 miles from the house trying to get home, or he might have an emergency at the house. So if he asks if the scales are open, just don't say nothing if you don't know. I always like to have fun out there. I used to try to make a joke out of everything. A lot of times I'd have up to 10, 12 trucks follow me. And more drivers want to get to arguing on 19, I tell them, say, "Let's go down to another channel, driver. Let's go down to channel 15. I'm undefeated on 15. I had a guy tell me one time he was a 3rd-degree black belt. And I told him I was a 14-degree Glock belt. He didn't have nothing to say after that. I came back out on the road in 05, all military loads for our troops. I was driving that black P to cover my reality of trucking CD. I just loaded the Marine Corps Logistics there in Barstow off Daggett Road, and I was pulling an RGN at the time, known to a lot of you drivers as a double drop. I had 12 crates in the well of my trailer. Each crate only weighed 1,030 pounds. What they were tents going to Charleston. And they were going to be put in the air, and they were going to fly them to Iraq. As I was dropping down the hill into Needles, I heard this other driver on one of them big radios arguing with a couple of other drivers. I didn't think nothing of it. I went ahead and crossed the river into Arizona, and there's always a big feeling of relief when you cross that river, knowing you made it out of California just one more time. I just cruised along with that big 12,000-pound load I had. I was climbing that little hill just before you get into Kingman, when this chicken hauler came around me. I gave him my lights and let him know he can go ahead and come back over. Well, when we got up on top of the hill and was coming up to the TA there at the 48, he got on the radio and said, "Any of you drivers going eastbound, you need that front door. If you think you can keep up with me, come on, let's go." Well, that's when I noticed the guy on the radio was that big radio I heard coming down the hill over there at Needle. Well, as we were going by the TA, he said it again. "Any of you drivers going eastbound, you need that front door. Think you can keep up with me? Come on, let's go." Well, I heard enough, so I just had to grab that mic. I said, "What are you trying to say, driver? You think you got a fast truck or something?" He come back and said, "I know I got a fast truck." Well, that black Pete I was driving had a 550 Cat in it, 18 gears and 355 rears, and was wide open. The driver that had it before I did, it was on the computer that he'd had it up to 126 miles an hour a couple times. And I never really was a triple-digit driver. To me, that's just way too fast to be going down the road with all that weight. But with my load only weighing a little over 12,000 pounds and my trailer riding less than a foot off the ground, I figured, okay. So I came back and I told that driver, I said, "I'll tell you what I'll do, driver. I'll bet you $100 bill you can't get up alongside my truck and tell me the name on the side of my truck." First thing he said, "Where you at?" That's when I told him, "Hell, I was up there at the 51. I just went by the Flying J." He said, "You got any protection?" And I kind of laughed and said, "Oh yeah, I got all the protection I'm gonna need, driver." That's when he said, "Okay, I'm coming up there." And that's just what he did. He came on up there. I mean, he came on up there all the way across Arizona and then some. He'd run up on them other trucks and say, "Is this you?" And them other drivers would say, "No, I ain't him." Or I'd say, "No, that's not me, driver. Ain't nobody around me. Come on up here." Now, I've been through Flagstaff hundreds of times through the years, but I will have to say that day was the fastest I'd ever gone through Flag. Well, it just so happened when we went through Flag, we passed a couple other chicken haulers, and they sent me on the mic and figured out what I was doing. One of those drivers told that other driver he was running with and said, "Go down there to that other one." Well, I flipped through the channels and found out what channel they went to. I went down there and told them to fall in behind me and that I was going back up to 19, but just don't say nothing. Well, anyway, to make a long story short, we gone from the 48 to the 359 in right at 3 hours. We pulled into the scales there at the 11-yard line there in New Mexico, and they got those real long ramps. And this guy was 2 trucks in front of me. Anyway, he made it through the scales. He got back on the radio and said, "Where you at now, driver?" And I grabbed my mic and said, "I just went through the scales and I'm back out here on the big road." He said, "I'm fixing to catch you now." Well, I just made it through the scales. He ran up on another truck and said, "Is this you?" And that's when I reached up there and I turned that mic gain down on that Connex 3300 to make it sound like I was further away from him. I said, "Driver, I gave you the whole state of Arizona to catch me and you couldn't do it. And I just can't drag my feet anymore. I got to go. I'm going by the 16-yard line right now here at the Gallup get-off, so better luck next time." Well, it just so happened when I did get up there at the 16, he was down there at the bottom of the ramp, turning left, getting ready to go under the bridge to go to TA or Love. As he was going under the bridge, I went right over the top of him. I reached up there and I turned that mic gain back up all the way. I grabbed that mic and said, you know, if you chase another truck all the way across the state of Arizona and not even realizing that driver was behind you the whole time, you're probably a chicken. Now, I don't know if that driver said anything, because right after I said that, one of those other drivers behind me grabbed his mic, just laughing his ass off, and said, Ray, I knew that was you the whole time right after we left Flag. So we all pulled into the pilot there for 39. Those drivers bought my dinner. I had them laughing so damn hard they was crying. And the hell it was, that driver didn't even have a fast truck. The only time he did triple digits was going down a hill. And I ain't never had so much fun. And I'm back out. Drivers, when you're in the Oklahoma City area and you need any kind of CB work done, or if you're in the market for a custom-built antenna, stop at exit 142, Council Road, inside the TA, and you'll find Steve Hardy with A&R Plus Radio Shop. Steve's been working on radios over 35 years now, and he's also completely backed by the old school of drivers for his quality work. As a matter of fact, he's forgot more about radios than them other boys will ever learn. And his blood type's A positive, so he can't be negative. That's on the west side of OKC, drivers, exit 142 at Council Road inside the TA, where you can check out your CB and you can also find my CD. Tell him Ray sent you.
Ray Carlisle.
Back in the 80s, when I was taking my days off in Ontario, there was a truck stop across the street from the TA East on the other side of the interstate. It's called the Beacon. It was shaped like a horseshoe, and it holds about 20 trucks. So I used to park over there all the time because it's free parking. They have some of the best chicken. Anyway, it was on a weekend. This guy got on the radio and he said, all you drivers got anything to say, you better get it said by 11 o'clock, because after 11 o'clock ain't nobody going to talk. Well, ain't nobody really paid any attention to them. They kept saying it all day. Finally, at 11 o'clock that night, they threw a dead key. And I can't stand it when a driver throws a dead key. And you can find them if you got a radio that's got an RF gain and a squelch and a meter on it. So anyway, I went to sleep, got up about 6:30 that morning, and there was still a dead key going on. So I told this driver next to me, I said, I'm going to disconnect my antenna and I'm going to find them. So I left the Beacon, I went over the bridge there at Milliken. I got down to the bottom of the hill and I started turning right towards the 76. And I looked at that meter and I was starting to lose the signal a little bit. So I knew they was at the TA. So I just backed up and I went heading towards the TA. Well, I went through the guard shack and I went straight back towards the interstate and I started to turn left and I started losing the signal, so I turned right and I went down past that first row of trucks and made a right and I drove right up on his truck. And when you drive right up on his truck, that old signal will be bouncing all the way across that meter, be going And I knew they had to have their truck running as much power as they was putting out, so I just pulled around back, straightened back of them, and I got out, got my side box, got my clients out, and I went up there and cut that coax. And what it was one of them cab over internationals had this black curtain pulled all the way around, you know. But I knew that that truck had to be running, you know, they put that power out all night. Anyway, so I cut that coax and I went back and threw the clients in my side box and I got back in my truck and connected my antenna. I connected that antenna and I said, how about that driver over there at the Beacon? He said, yeah, go ahead. I said, I guess I cut the right coax. He said, I guess you did. About that time, there was 100 drivers wanting to know where they was at. And I pulled around out front and there was two black boys and they was outside their truck in their underwear. What happened was when I cut that coax, he had a 1,000-watt tube-type linear sitting down there on the floor in front of the passenger seat. When I cut that coax, it just didn't burn his radio and his kicker up. It melted all the wires on the dash. There was smoke barreling out of that truck. So they ended up getting fired. They lost their paycheck. They lost their radio. They lost their kicker. They had a bad day that day. But that's what you get when you throw a dead key like that. And at that time, over there in San Bernardino, right there off that Waterman exit, there used to be an international dealership. And that truck sat right alongside that building for about 6 weeks. Another thing I used to do this to my friends out there. They'd drop their trailers and they'd head 10 east and get off there at Etiwanda and get on Valley Boulevard and go to Truck Town there on Cherry Street or go on over there to Loretta's or park at Simone's. Anyway, I'd go to the truck stop, they'd park there, and I'd grab their trailer and I'd move it clear over on the other end of the lot. But I ended up doing it so much, everybody knew it was me doing it. I used to carry a sheriff's badge in my truck. That way when them working girls or them drug dealers come up to your truck, you just show them that badge and tell them you don't think they should be asking you that question when you're not driving, you're a county sheriff. They'll go around and tell all them other drug dealers and all them other working girls that you're a county sheriff, and they'll stay away from your truck. That way you get a good night's sleep. I was pulling out the fuel lines there at the Petro in Knoxville one night. Somebody goes, they're checking paperwork up on top of the hill. So I went ahead and made a left, and I went around that back road and come all the way around by the truck wash, and I pulled over right alongside the curb, right up there by the entrance where you go into Blue Beacon's truck wash, right there beside them rocks, you know. And then I was sitting there doing my paperwork, and them drivers would drive up there and they'd say, how about that Black Pete? You in line to get your truck washed? You know, and the first 5 or 6 times, you know, I said, nah, man, I ain't in line. There ain't no way I could have been in line. I couldn't make that right. I was parked right there alongside the curb, you know, and them rocks right next to me also. Anyway, so they kept asking me, how about that Black Pete? You in line to get your truck washed? I finally started saying, yeah, driver, but I'll tell you what, I'll save you a little bit of time. I'll let you go in front of me if you give me a couple of dollars. Hell, I ended up making $16 sitting there doing my paperwork. You know how you can tell if you're a chicken holler from the old school? That's if your PIN number on your fuel card and your bank card's 1157. We got a German Shepherd named Smokey. We lost him here a while back. Ray figured out how to find him. Said, let's go to Walmart and get a smoke detector. This driver told me the other day he went by a scale house so fast, thought they was closed and they was open. He got the red light and he pulled in. Come find out they got him for being over-linked. He was going so fast his mud flaps were sticking straight out and they put him over-linked. This driver the other day said he's so mad they got him laid over for 4 days. He's going to take his tri-pack apart, put it in a bunch of trip-pack envelopes and send it in, just so they'll bring him to the yard. They're coming out with 2 new miniseries on TV about trucking. One of the big chains of truck stops is going to put cameras up on all their light poles and all their parking lots. And with all these new drivers taking the hoods off all these trucks in the parking lots, after a year or so, they'll have enough episodes so they can start their own miniseries. And they're going to call it Clip My Truck. And then on the East Coast, where they don't want you idling your truck, they're going to show the state troopers and the DOTs flying up on your truck with their spotlight on, banging on your sleeper, waking you up and pulling you out of the truck to sign your ticket. And they're going to call it American Idol. What a deal. This driver called me the other day. He said, what's going on, Ray? I ain't talked to you in a while. I said, I'm just getting over a triple bypass. And he said, oh, no. I said, yeah, I just ran this load for another driver, and he had that pre-pass, and I went and bought 3 sets of scales, and they all gave me the green light. He also told me to drive it like I owned it, so after I delivered my load up there in KC, I went to Aero Trucks and sold it. Turned out to be one of my best loads ever. I was driving for O.C. Cook Jr. out of Smoke City. I was living in my truck back then, taking my days off in Ontario.
It was probably waiting.
We've hauled a lot of steel up there at Lucan Steel before they closed down up there in Coatesville, PA. This driver I knew up there quit driving. He went to work at this place where they sell these submarine sandwiches. I can't mention the name, but anyway, he was getting ready to quit. And he was quitting that day, and he hands me this envelope, and he tells me, don't open this envelope until tomorrow at this time. Promise me you won't do it. So anyway, the next day I open it, and it's a damn stamp. And it's got a whole bunch of cards in this envelope, and it's got this stamp pad in it. I like fell out of the truck. I started thinking, man, what a way to feed the homeless. And that's just what I did, drivers, for about 4 years. You could go in them places, and they just have stacks of them cards. You could take as many cards as you wanted. When I get out there to Ontario, I'd drop my trailer, and I'd bobtail downtown L.A. I'd get off down there on Alameda Street, go to the Alameda truck stop. Just get off there at Alameda off 10, turn left, go into the interstate, and it's over on your right. Sometimes I'd spend the night down there. I mean, they'd spread that word that old Cook was in town, and I mean, they came from all over L.A. I'd hand out 200 or 300 cards, and then I'd go back out to Ontario. I became the foot-long Robin Hood. Yeah, I'd give them cars to drivers broke down, or people hitchhiking, people out of gas. I'd rather have a good steak than a sandwich. I ran a few loads for old Stubby, old Joey out of Paulville hauling crushed cars. We were hauling crushed cars out of Wichita, down there at Midlothian, down there at Chaparral Steel, just south of Fort Worth. And he told me I was going to be driving this Black Pete. Well, after I'd called Grandma and had her come down here to watch Ray while I went out on the road for a little bit, I went over to the yard and come find out I wasn't driving no Black Pete. I was driving this old KW, old yard truck. He told me I wouldn't be driving that truck or pulling that trailer very long, because the first chance he got, he was fixing to get rid of it. Anyway, I got loaded up there at Wichita, and I went on down to the plant, and I was sitting there on the runway. The gate was closed. Guess they was out of fluorescent paint. You know, Joey's almost to the plant. He's coming through Fort Worth. They opened the gate, and I went around the horseshoe, got parked. Anyway, so, you know, Joey kind of pulling in the scales on the inbound scales. I'm standing on the outbound scales. And I got my bag and my radio in my hand. He's pulling on the scale, and he's looking over there at me, giving me the funniest look. So we both meet in the scale house at the same time. The scale master, he gave me my scale ticket, and I just handed it to Joey, and he looked at it, and he said, how in the hell am I getting paid for 132,000 pounds? I said, just step outside, I'll show you. I said, you remember you said you was going to get rid of that truck and trailer the first chance you got? And I pointed up there, and I said, look up there at the top of that conveyor. About that time, that KW, yard truck fell down in the shredder. Right behind it was that trailer with that load still chained to it. And I ended up having to wait for Patsy to give me a ride home. Joey wouldn't even give me a ride back home. I call that Black Pete. In the 80s, when I was driving for O.C. Cook, me and Cheeseburger, another driver, we picked up a lot of fire hydrants up there at Albertsville. We was taking them to Florida. We was on the south side of Atlanta on the 285 loop. Back then they had this big old hill, right on the inside of that loop there where the planes would come in. They'd land. That runway would start right there at that hill, and planes would fly right over the interstate before they'd catch the beginning of the runway. Now this is before they built that big tunnel down there. Anyway, we're cruising along, no Snyder, there's a plane getting ready to come in and land. No Snyder's looking at that plane. I grab my mic and I go, Eagle to tower, Mr. Land runway 387. And I went, Brandon. Anyway, he's looking up there at that plane. That old plane's getting ready to go right over across the interstate right in front of us. I grabbed my mic and I said, ladies and gentlemen, if you look out both sides of the plane, you can see the loop around Atlanta. And I said, look at all them truck drivers down there. Boy, old Snyder, he's looking up there at that plane. About that time that plane went by, and you could see that captain up there moving his head in the cockpit. I grabbed my old mic and I said, Snyder, what are you doing looking up here? Keep your eyes on the road. And boy, Snyder jerked that wheel and he come over there by my truck and pushed me on the shoulder. Me and Cheeseburger laughing so damn hard, hell, we can't drive. He got pushed in the ditch. Anyway, we went ahead and went 75 south and we got down there at the scales down there at Forsyth. Well, we made it through the scales and we pulled over and we checked the chains on our load. Here came that old Snyder truck coming across the scales. He got back out there on the big road. We took the trucks and we took off. We got out there on the big road and went around him. After we went around him, I said, how about that Snyder truck just come out in southbound scales? And he said, yeah, go ahead. I said, was that you just come around that loop up there in Atlanta a while ago? And he said, yeah, I did. And I said, was that guy in that plane talking to you? And he said, yeah, he was. He goes, you at least think they'd go down to another channel. About that time, this other driver in radio range, he goes, I ain't believing what I'm hearing. No Cheeseburger grabbed his mic. He goes, believe it, driver, I'm a witness. That Snyder driver thought them planes had CBs in them. You can believe it or not, but that's a true story. Them drivers don't believe me when I tell them I used to use my truck motor to cook with, too. I used to have a 350 Cummins. You